Okay everybody, this is the complete transformation process for the Takara Tomy Masterpiece Trailbreaker figure. Just a reminder, this is only the transformation process and the review is separately uploaded. Also, I'm going to do this as a tutorial, so with it being a masterpiece, it's got quite a few steps, so I'm going to be as detailed as possible. So what we'll start off by doing is just opening up the doors. So hold onto the roof and then grab onto the side. There's a teeny little tab right there that was held in that hole there, so just open this to be able to maneuver a few more things around. So do both sides, open that, and then we're going to turn our attention to the back part. Same here, grab these, what are the tail headlights. This is actually a separate piece of plastic, you can see there. Separate that, and indeed separate on the other side. Then this may pop up, but it'll just, not all the way, it just gives you then enough clearance that you can just lift things slightly out of the way like that. To be honest, what you can then do now is bring this all the way back and turn your attention to the legs. Now, to be honest, the legs are really clever. I'm just going to move the camera so I can show you exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to open up there, so just separate that via that tab. Then what we're going to look at doing is just move this out of the way first and foremost. This is obviously going to be the foot, there's the toe. Bring this down, and you can at the same time, if you wanted to, fold this bit out, which is going to be the heel sprue. So you've got that part of the leg ready. Then what I want you to do is just there, take the wheel, just take that tab out of there. This now enables you to take that flap there, open that up, then you can slide the leg down like so. You can then completely tuck away the wheel. It's so clever, it's completely hidden there. That tab will now fit into the top of the shin, and then this will fold down and indeed cover all that up. Then you can correct the orientation of the heel, but what you need to do now is hold at the top of the thigh, hold the silver bit or the grey bit, spin it round to face yourself, and that is indeed one of the legs. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So if you didn't see that, let's bring the toes out. There's just one other thing I've got to do as well, to be honest, and that is reach in there and snap that out as well, just to again make everything nice and flush. So separate the wheel like so, open up this tab here, slide the leg down, fold the wheel completely in, tuck it away, close that up, hold the grey, turn the thigh around, bring this part out here, that will click into place, and indeed then correct the orientation. There's the legs. But as you can see, this is going to get tougher and tougher for you to see. So what I might have to do is just move the camera in a second. What we'll then do is turn our attention to these front wheels. These are going to fold all the way in as well, completely out of the way. And this now gives me an opportunity to show you this slider there. So let's just move the doors just right out of the way for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate the front windscreen like so. And now we've got a lot of movement there. Right, what we're going to do before we move and tab this in, we're going to take the windscreen, the doors and the windscreen, fold this up that way, take the blue translucent plastic, which is the window, fold this over on itself. I'm going to do the same on the other side. You can see we've got these two, let me move that out of the way, these two small arms. Now they're quite sturdy, to be honest, but still obviously proceed with caution. Hopefully you can tell as well that these are sort of on little sliders. See how that's moving around? What we need to do is we need to bring this back, turning it around on itself, like so, turn it completely in so the blue's facing out. There's a little tiny cutout there, and then there's a little tab there. This is going to fold over completely, and it's going to slot into position. Oh, it's just popped out like so. So that's literally just resting in there. We'll do the same on the other side. You'll find this not as difficult, obviously, if you're not reaching around a camera trying to do it. It does just kind of flow quite easily. So spin that around, straighten this up, and then indeed pop that in there. So make sure that everything's lined up, which it is. And there we go. In fact, that's just missed it. So what I need to do is slide that down. See how it's slightly out still? Slide it into position. There you go. This is going to fit now nice and flush because that is flush there. Right, now because we've got this slider here at the back, you can see that sliding up and down there. This is now going to enable us to pop that into there and clip into place. Right, now we can then take this back piece completely up. Let's take the arms, swing these around to the side, swing these around to the side. You can see everything starting to appear here now. We're going to collapse, let's see how I can do this. We're going to collapse the back part of the hood and everything. So what we're going to do, separate this from the roof, like so. Fold this part right underneath. So repeat the same process on this side. Fold the tail light in, fold it underneath on itself. So I'm folding this part now back under. See how that separates in two? And they're going to line up like that. Right, what we all need to do, the only thing we need to do now with the backpack is this top part here will indeed lift up. You've got some tabs here on the inside and you've got some cutouts there. Oh, this is getting really difficult to see now. There, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over and hopefully you can see it from this side. This tab, let's just turn this round. There we go. This tab is going to fit into this particular part of the roof right there. There we go, that's better. So that's it. And on this side, fold that in there, clip that together. On the underside, you can now fold these in. That's pretty much ready for the backpack. Now, what we need to do is pull the head out from underneath here. So separate up the windscreen again. This part here is where the head's going to come from. So you can see the head is underneath. Push this. Oh, I've took the face off. Doesn't make a difference. The face separates and indeed you can change it. What I'm trying to do to show you is this part here on the top. If I lift this up, that's probably got it better. There we go. Pull the head all the way out and then flip this all forward, ready to put in position. Before we do that, bring the silver out, fold this over on itself like that, and indeed bring these out. Last bits to do then. Turn the arms around so they're in the correct orientation. Pop the head back and flush there. Once that's flush, you're pretty much home straight, because all we now need to do is take this backpack. There's two tabs there and they're going to go into these two cutouts. We're going to finish the arms in a second. I'm just literally folding these over. That was getting in the way, so I've just lifted it up out of the way. And then this now will come around and hopefully you can see how that attaches in to there. Right, last things to do then is the arms. So bear with me a second. Let's lift this camera back up. You can see how much taller he's got. I just need to correct the head. There we go. Turn that over and move them. So with regards to the arms, extend, open up there, fold out the fist, close it, and 180-degree turn there. So once again, more mass shifting, extend, open up the fist or whatever accessory you've got in, turn it around, and indeed, there is your trailbreaker figure in his robot mode. Fantastic. There you go. Hope it helped. It is quite, it's not that difficult, but it is obviously quite hard to get it all in so you can see what we're doing. Okay then, so now we're going to take him back to his alternate mode. Now this isn't in the instructions, and I think in honesty this is a little bit more difficult because you've got to condense everything up correctly. So again, bear with me as we do this. Let's start off with the arms then. So open up at the forearms, fold the fists in, close them up, push it in. Oh, sorry. Push it all the way. In fact, now turn it 180 degrees, then push it in. That's what I was doing wrong. And again, I'll leave it in just so you guys, if you make the same mistake, you can see what it is. Same principle then. Let's open up this forearm, fold this in. What's happened there? Again, I'll keep it in just so you can see. This actually came off. So we'll attach it, we'll fold it in, clip it in there. We will then do the 180-degree turn and then we'll close this up. So that's the arms folded in. Let's lift these up out of the way. Let's separate the back panel like so. That has been separated via them two tabs that were there on the back of that. Now what we can do then is we can separate this back piece via that tab there and the same there. Now what we can do is fold out this from underneath and indeed fold out the tail light section. Same again, fold over, fold out, and then we're going to just hinge this up and straighten that up. Click that tab in there, click this tab in. See that one there? Into there. So that's the back section ready and waiting. Now we're going to turn our attention to these parts. Fold that up, tuck this down, and totally out of the way. Push it back into the back of the vehicle. Now for this side, again, hopefully you can see this one, trying to maneuver around the camera. Open this up because it does separate like so. There we go, nice and thin. Turn it that way for now, just so it clears the shoulder. Once it's cleared the shoulder, bring it back that way, turn it underneath, and again, we are going to hide this into the back like so. So what we've got there underneath now is the two attachments. Now again, these are chrome, so just make sure that you're being careful as you put them underneath so you don't take all the chrome off. Then what we'll do is we'll take the head, which of course I pulled the face off by accident, so we can lift this up there. I was bringing it, it was stuck there, I just noticed you couldn't see. Let me bring this down. So that's where the head was. I just pushed through on the underneath, brought it through. We're going to rotate this completely under itself through this hole there, and then flatten out the roof like so. That's what we've done. And then the face and the head will fit nice and snug in there. Right, then we can take the arms, bring these in, turn the orientation around and turn them over like this. So what you're looking at from an underside view is all of the screws, which you can see there. Let me bring this around, you can see all of the screws are all on the underside like that. Come back to this in a second. Let's go back to the waist, but first we need to bring these out of the way. So detach that, lift it up. Remember, it's on a slider. Roll it out of the way, so tilt it up, whatever you need to do to get it out of the way. Fold it all the way up like so. Don't forget to fold the window out as well, like that. And then let's just correct the orientation and just make sure that that fits there. We don't need to keep it there just for now, but that's how you know you've got it the right way around. So same again on this side, lift this up, fold the window out as you bring it around, turn the orientation over, slot it in, and then as I say, just check that that's fitting there. Now you know it is, that's all done. Right, wheels bring out to the side. These will tab into them tabs there as well, like so. Fold over, get ready to tab it in. Now the legs, if you remember, it's a case of if we hold on to this part of the hip first, we'll then turn it that way. So you're going to rotate them to face you. So you've got all the detail now facing you because we've turned it around. Let's open up the foot, collapse this there. Before we do that, let's open up the side panel. Then let's collapse this. As you bring that, push that down, this will help push the wheel up. So you can open up that, grab the wheel, bring it out, and then indeed slot the leg back up, close that down. Remember, keep that there. Then you can close the wheel down into that space. The foot will fold over there, and then the heel sprue and everything will fold back there. So what we did, let's have a look at it from this side, is we're gonna move the foot forward. We're then gonna open this side part, so we can do this by lifting that up. We can then lift this part up, and then if you can get the wheel out that way, if you can't, you can just push this down, and this will actually help you get the wheel out. So that'll press down there, then you can slot this forward, close the wheel off and tab it in to there as well. Keep that out. Let's just bring the toe over, fold the heel sprue over like so, and then close that up. Now again, we're pretty much done, to be honest. Let's just join all the legs and all the back pieces together like so. Let's bring the camera down so you can see where we are. So we've got the legs, there we go, we've got the wheels, and all we've got to do now, straighten it up, you saw me do that, is we're going to bring this over the top, and we need to make sure that this is going to fold underneath itself. So there we go, that's coming over the top there. For now the doors have gone open, that's no problem whatsoever. In fact, if you do open them right out the way, it might make it that little bit easier. Make sure that we've got the clearance here of the silver parts, they're not going to get caught on the side. Then what we're looking to do is grab this top window here, can collapse this forward, over the top, so you're mass shifting again, everything is hiding underneath here. Whoops, I've just knocked the wheels out. It's no problem. What, as I say, we're trying to do is just bring this down and over the top. So what's happened is that piece there, you can see, has got stuck. So because it's got stuck on the top, that's what's caused it not to fit. So there we go. They're now snug on the side, and this is much better. This one now slot down completely over the top like so. This part here is typically getting stuck now, so I need to bring this, grab it by this part of the window, collapse it forward. There we go. You saw what I did. I had to hold it and bring it forward like so. And then this now means that if you start just attaching piece by piece, it's easier. So if you go with the side tail light bit first, I'm going to click that into position on there. I'm now going to bring this one down and click that into position there. Oh, that's just popped out. Right, I'll show you what's going wrong. It's this little tab here, and that is again due to this piece underneath. What it's doing is it's getting caught somewhere. So if I just separate the back part, I do keep all of these in, as I say, just so you can see what's causing it. That is causing the problem. It needs to be flush. It needs to stay out of the way so you can condense this there. Because I can't condense this there, it is not letting me. So I'm pushing it all the way back. There you go. See this? That part's been pushed all the way back. That now goes flush. Everything now just literally clips over. This will clip over, slot into that tab. Same on the other side. And indeed, now all you've got to do is correct the orientation of the door again. Tiny little tab into that piece. There we go. Push that down. And the same on here. So yes, a couple of little teething things on it. I kept them in just so you can see. And if you get them problems yourself, you can see what you need to do. But there you have it. There is your Masterpiece Trailbreaker figure. I'm just correcting all the orientations. Fully transformed and back to alternate mode.